Listen, just take a look around you. The sex industry has never been bigger because all it takes is one word in Google and you have millions of videos right in front of you of naked women. That shouldn't be normal, right? It's not normal for our monkey brain to see all this pornography. Think about what that does to a young teenage boy's mind, right? How it affects him. A boy who is not capable of getting girls yet, right? But constantly feels horny. Of course he's gonna get addicted to that shit because it's just, who wouldn't, right? It's so easy. You can just do it from the comfort of your bed, right? You don't need a real life girl. I mean, I was that boy, right? And all the boys around me, the friends I had, they were the same because we were taught that it was okay to masturbate. The teachers that we had didn't tell us that it's detrimental, right? It's encouraged. I don't understand how it's encouraged, right? How is being a cuck promoted as good behavior? Right? You like watching people fuck on camera? What are you talking about, bro? I hate those people that do that shit, man. Hello? It's absolutely mind-blowing because, in fact, it's the exact opposite, right? Porn and masturbation is the exact opposite of healthy. As a matter of fact, it's the most detrimental thing you can be doing with your time and energy. If you develop an addiction to porn, which, let's be honest, every young man has one nowadays, okay? Even old ones. If you develop an addiction to it, the best way to break free is to first of all understand, right, what happens to your life when you're addicted, how it affects your life. That's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. First off, your ability to talk to women disappears, right? It's gone through the door. You don't have it anymore. Obviously, you will still be able to talk to them as friends, right? But you won't actually be able to pull. Like, you won't be able to get them. You won't be able to get girls. The way you view them will destroy your ability to interact with them. Because think about what porn does for a second. It makes your brain view women as just these sex objects, right? To gratify your sexual needs. So whenever you do see a woman, all you think about is sex. That's all you see her as, just a sex object, which is not the way you're supposed to be living. That is the reason why you struggle so much approaching them and actually keeping a conversation going, right? Without your eyes being all over the place. That's why you get nervous talking to girls, right? They're human, but you don't see them as human. You see them as these superior beings because of the amount of porn that you watch. It would be so much easier to approach women for every guy out there if they didn't view them as these sex objects, because that would just eliminate the pressure from your brain. Porn makes you put women on this unreachable pedestal, which is counterintuitive. If you eliminate porn, you eliminate that pedestal and you eliminate that approach anxiety. The second way porn destroys your life is actually after you've had some success with getting a girl. Okay, so let's say you've had an addiction for like 5 or 6 years, right? And now you finally get a girl. So congratulations, you can now do all of the things that you wanted to do, right? That you've seen in the videos. Well, no. That's not the reality. You won't be able to do any of those things. The reality is that you won't be able to satisfy her. And she will leave you for another man. Or, well, if she doesn't leave you, she won't get wet when she thinks about you. It's as simple as that. There will be no respect. Porn essentially desensitizes your brain's sexual response, which means that your brain won't know how to react when you're in the position to do it. You will develop this thing called performance anxiety, right? Which is very common nowadays. I think every guy has it when they're starting out, but porn just makes it 10 times worse. I can't stress this enough. Performance anxiety sucks, right? Because you're in your head and you're thinking, all you think about is how you're going to please the girl. And the girl sees that. The girl can sense when you're in your head, when you're overthinking, when you're anxious. Porn just makes you not be present, right? Think about all of the marriages that porn ended, right? You see actors like Terry Crews and some other guy, I forgot his name, but Terry Crews, he said specifically that he had an addiction to porn and his wife left him. He got hit with a reality check which made him go to rehab, which made him quit, right? This moment of his life just ending, right? His wife leaving him. That's what made him quit. His marriage got ruined because of porn. He was building that addiction for years and years and years. He developed it as a habit, and that's what destroyed it. But thankfully now, he's happily married to the same woman, no porn, Let's go. The last thing I'll mention is erectile dysfunction. If you have a porn addiction, you have erectile dysfunction. Back in the day, right, people with ED were these old, past their prime guys with lower testosterone that just keeps getting lower and lower day by day. But nowadays, you see 17-year-olds, 18, 20-year-olds with erectile dysfunction. And I mean, how can that be? How can a man be in his prime? Well, no, not in his prime, but in the best years for testosterone production. Right, when you're 18, 20, that's when you produce the most testosterone naturally. How can you have erectile dysfunction then? Well, I'll tell you, there's a couple of reasons. First, I already mentioned it's desensitization. Years of exposure to pornography leads to a decrease in sensitivity as well as arousal, making it difficult to maintain an erection without getting that visual stimulus that you're used to getting, which is porn. So whenever there is a girl in front of you, your brain is not used to it. Your brain is used to the porn that you do every single day. You watch it every day, and now there's a naked girl in front of you. Your brain will simply panic and shut off because it's not used to the same video. Like, it's not used to your phone screen. I mean, it is used to your phone screen. It's not used to the actual real thing. So you won't be able to perform. Even if you will want to perform, you will say to yourself, come on, let's do this, I can do this. Your brain won't let you. Subconsciously, you won't be able to do it. Another symptom of porn use is lower testosterone, which is actually a heated subject because a lot of people say, oh, it actually doesn't decrease your testosterone, it doesn't do anything. But at the same time, a lot of people have this misconception that it's actually when you nut, it lowers. No, that doesn't do anything. It's the way you start living your life and the way you start viewing things, right? It's the anxiety that you get. Because let's think about testosterone for a second. What is testosterone? It's literally the definition of confidence, of manliness. And anxiety is the exact opposite of that. Manliness and anxiety don't go together. So when you develop these anxious thoughts from years of porn use, your testosterone automatically lowers because you're becoming more anxious and there's more stress in your life. So the best way to raise your testosterone is to just eliminate porn, eliminate those anxious thoughts, do some hard stuff,